Hey racers, we're here with episode 6, Nifty Race. We're here with Wax Italia, Peter. We're here to talk about Wax Italia, Pixtalgia, and some of the things going on with that community. And we're here to update you about Nifty Race and what we got going on. Peter, introduce yourself to everybody if they don't
Hello,
already know.
guys. Hello. Well, I'm Peter from the Wax Italia community. We've been on Wax since 2021, 2020, yeah, 21, and been grinding hard every day for the last 3 years. And yeah, we're just some very small creators, very passionate about this blockchain and creating and trying a lot of different stuff. And yeah, I mean, nothing special. We got this cool little game, Pixtalgia, with which we've been building from the last 2 years, and it still needs a lot of work because yeah, it's a big work. It's a huge task. It's not easy. We got a friend which is a passionate developer, and he's got we can say that he doesn't have a lot of free time because real life work, family. So we've been struggling with building our project, but we always moved forward and built the game. We're not stopping because mainly we are all nerds passionate about gaming, and we look forward to always improve it. 3 years ago, we started this small community, which is now mainly me, my friend Aquascape Art, and our developers. We have one blockchain developer and one game developer working on Pixtalgia and some other Telegram bots and stuff. And we just grind daily and try to finish our project and try to create a real game on Wax with some NFT token reward features that are not the main focus of the game, because we want to mainly be focused on a true game which people will like to play just for the fun of it and meeting people from the community inside of it.
How do you feel about the Tapper games that are out here right now? They're really popular. Have you guys decided to pivot in that direction at all?
I'm a computer guy. I'm not at all a mobile guy, so I rarely turn on my mobile phone, so I'm not a fan of those, but not because I don't like them or I don't have anything against them. I'm never been a big fan of clickers, never. So yeah, this tappers thing, I try them when people post referrals. I join them just to to give them a referral, but
That's
I
nice.
always forget to check them. I don't. I'm not a big fan, but I know they are big. I know some people made some money out of them. But I never got much into the Tone blockchain. I don't really play them. I see that some people are building those on Wax, and I think it's a good idea because it seems like the hype of the moment, and it's good to try to play with the latest trends. But personally, no, I'm not into that, to be honest.
Sounds
I
good.
don't
Yeah,
really
I mean,
don't really get them, but it's just me. It's just a me thing.
yeah. I think they're being underutilized right now, and I think they're going to integrate into normal games as, I mean, for whatever reason, you'll see it. It'll be more like of a filler. These things are cool right now, and they're going to be cool, and I think we just barely tapped their potential. So I guess we'll see what happens, right? But we've seen a lot of stuff like this come through this community, right? Like a lot of new things that are cool at the moment, and then 3 years later they're not there, or they've evolved past what they were originally built as.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's important to stay updated on the latest trends, and if people like those things, you should give it to them. You should try. I guess I'm not someone who follows the latest trends. You see, my project is a retro game based on games from 40 years ago. So I'm not really into trying to follow the latest trends, but yeah, I think it's good for the chain at least to have to try to stay up to date with the trends in crypto. Crypto is always moving so fast, and either you adapt or die. So I'm not against them. It's just something that doesn't interest me personally at all, but yeah, I think people should, if people like them, I think people should build them on Wax. It's good to bring people. We need fresh people on Wax, so anything that can catch the attention and bring more people to me, I think is good.
I think so too. That's why we're out here making the content right now, because we don't see very many people out here still making consistent content for the Wax community. And all of us three here, we have our roots here with Wax. No matter what we ended up doing or are doing, or how many blockchains we're a part of, Wax is our home. And we see that they kind of need the content. They need some of the energy that the other chains are getting right now. It started to, I guess the light's starting to dim a little bit here. So we want to try to bring it back. It's a really good time, especially for any blockchain to build. I used to always say that about Wax. Now it's going to take a little bit more work than it would have 2 years ago, but you can still do it here for sure. The community is
Well, the
waiting for somebody.
technology is there, right? That's the
Yeah.
big thing, is that the technology has always been there, and it's just a matter of marketing at the moment.
Sorry, mosquitoes, man. I got
No, no,
mosquitoes. That's what that was.
I understand. Kill them, eradicate them. Yeah, I mean, Wax, I think it's weird because lately it's been so depressing to follow the Wax price chart, and it's been looking absolutely terrible in the last years. And I still don't understand why, because I lately become very bearish on the price, like I think everyone else, because it's hard to be bullish with the token price lately. But I'm still very bullish on the ecosystem, on the technology of the chain. I mean, there's a reason we're all on Wax. It's not just because it's the cheaper fees, which is great anyway, but like I'm a big fan of the bridges they are building lately, and I love that. I think it's a great feature that allows the creator, the artists to build on, to reach larger audiences. And I also believe it's going to be beneficial for the chain. People, sometimes I hear people saying, but it's going to bring liquidity outside of Wax. I don't agree with that. I think it's instead it might bring more people to Wax. Wax might become the chain of the bridges, hopefully. So yeah, the chain is moving. There's always someone building on the chain. We got the greatest tools. We got the greatest dexes. We got Alcor, Taco, Wax on Edge. It's great platforms. Wax DAO for the farming. We got a lot of tools that there is not something like that on other chains. So I'm still very bullish on the ecosystem of Wax. Of course, there are some issues in the marketing or whatever. I'm not an expert. I hear what people complain about many times, and I'm sure they have some points, because I mean, right now it's understandably that the price is down because last week all the market has been terrible, but with all the up and downs, I guess Wax is still a great potential. I don't know about the token price. Maybe we're not going to $1 again, but yeah, for the technology and the tools and the development, I have tried a few other chains, but there's not just nothing like Wax. Every time I try some other chain, I'm always why I get Wax. Why should I play with Solana or Ethereum? I hate being on other chains, to be honest. So I think I will stick to Wax forever, even if if it's going to be down to 100 users. I think I'm going to stay here and use the bridges at worst.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like it's you don't want the extra workload, and that's exactly what it is. When you take on a new chain, you're taking on a new community, and you're starting over. So it's a lot of
Yeah,
work.
that
There's a lot
too.
of
That
benefits to it,
too.
but you know, it's a lot of work. So I get you.
Yeah, other blockchains, they are bigger, so it's harder to reach audiences, and you're like a drop in the ocean. While on Wax, it's a lot easier. There are many issues. There isn't any big volumes compared to other chains, but it's way easier to reach people and have people know you. We all know the community is like a small village, compared to a metropolis. You're like someone from the village trying to move in the big metropolis, and you realize you know no one, and it's hard. Yeah, I'm good with Wax, to be honest.
That's cool. I mean, sometimes that's what friends are for. They're out there making friends and doing things. And next thing you know, you introduce to somebody who's on another chain. It works like that. Network is important. But let's talk about Pixtalgia for a moment before we head over to Rug Apes
All
and then
right.
Nifty Race. What do you need to do to play this game? What kind of ownership are we talking about here?
Okay. So there are two kind of games. There is a main game, which is a 2D platformer, like inspired by Metroidvania games, Zelda 2. So it's platformer, old school platformer, which not linear, so kind of open world, which is currently down for a rework. But what we have up is the space game, which is a classical space shooter. Hold on, I will send you a spaceship in 1 second. Is that an WKOQ? So with this was a side game that you can play from inside the main game as a little section to move across planets, which is currently the only game we got up. You gotta scroll down and click the play button underneath. So this is kind of a mini game, a side game, the classical 2D shooters, 2D space shooter, and it gives you some little coin rewards on successful completion of the level. And we want to bring some more mini games, but we need to be back to the main game and make some. It's a little loud, yeah. But it's great.
That's super cool, man. I love it. That's awesome.
I love this music, dude. This is so good.
You got the Wolf Fighter
Killer,
now.
the tune.
Okay. All right. I'll get out of it.
Yeah,
It's
it's
loud.
loud. It's loud.
I like that, man. That's so
I
cool.
love the
music.
tunes, man. That's great.
Yeah, definitely give that a shot and play it a little bit. Maybe we can get some clips of me playing it in the video too. That'd be nice.
Yeah, that'd be
For
cool.
now, we just got one level with one boss, but we plan on we got a couple more we need to finish, and so you will be able to choose among different levels, and then we go back to fix the main game. It's a lot of work, and unfortunately, I don't get a lot of development time because of real life work of Fabio, which is our developer, and is a great guy. He's super passionate and super good at building games, but unfortunately, we've been always struggling with time. So sometimes he might be too busy to work on it. So it's been hard to be consistent, but at least we're never stopping. I think this is our strength, that we're very passionate and we don't plan on stopping, whether we sell stuff, whether we we make money or not. We want to build it for ourselves mainly. So of course sales are important, making money to support the project is important, but yeah, we have this goal. We are set on the goal of finishing the game
Yeah,
and making it fun.
yeah.
Yeah,
Me and
go
Mike
ahead.
are very familiar with devs and like them being busy. That's the reason why Nifty
Oh
Race
yeah.
wasn't delivered
No,
earlier.
actually, my
Front end, back
developer
end,
is
they're all the
is
same.
very
They're cool.
passionate about this game. He loves building it. He was very happy to be able to be back at making games, thanks to meeting me and creating Pixtalgia together. But unfortunately he's got a family, he's got a full-time job, and I've
Yeah.
seen him working on the game overnight, losing hours of sleep. He's super passionate, but he's really struggling with time. In a bullish scenario, we were hoping I could hire him full time, but since he's got a family and he's got daughters, he can't leave his work and focus on the game full time. Hopefully, one day maybe with Bitcoin at 300K, that can be a thing, and we could be free to work on the game full time. Until then, this is kind of our passion project, and we work on it whenever we can. Sometimes we can do a lot of progress in 1 week when we get more free time. Sometimes we get stuck for weeks, but it's just how it is, and we're not stopping. We
Yeah,
build on
man.
it whenever we can.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, we're very familiar with devs having real life jobs and having stuff to do, and so that's kind of where we're at too. But we're pretty happy with Nifty Race the way it's come out. Did you get a chance to play it, Peter, at all?
I tried a little. I still looking to learn. There's a few things like I don't know what trifecta means. That was my biggest issue with the game, but I've seen some of the race record. It seems kind of simple. It doesn't seem too complicated, but yeah, I started to give it a look, and I like the idea. I think my developer actually is going to love it because he told me he had something like that, not on blockchain, but he really wanted to build a horse game on Wax, and now he got it. So I'm going to send him a horse to try it, and yeah, I think it's a cool
So
idea.
a trifecta, just so that you know, and maybe just to reiterate for our other guests or for other community as well, is essentially it's one of the hardest things to do to pick in horse racing, and you have to pick first, second, and third place, and you have to get them all right. So that's kind of like it's like basically the hardest thing for you to do. So you have to predict who's going to win first, who's going to win second, and who's going to win third, essentially.
Boom.
Okay,
Get it.
that's why I couldn't join, because I was picking only one.
Yes, yeah, that makes sense. So we actually do have a video that's coming out that will explain that, and also I have somebody working on some documentation right now that will also explain that. So that will be helpful.
Yeah, the next few
And
videos.
sorry for just throwing you into it and not giving you much. It was kind of last minute. It was late last night, and I was very tired. So my apologies for that.
I got to say, I love the pixel art.
Yeah, our artist Paolo is amazing. We really love him a lot. So he did a great job with this. And
Yeah, I loved a lot also the pixel characters from Dust. Great pixel art. When I see some good pixel art, I'm a sucker for that. I love it. I love pixel art, and when I see
Pixtalgia,
breakthrough
right?
things, yeah, I'm in love with that period. I mean, back in the 80s, more 90s maybe, the pixel art with all those limitations, and how people got creative around those limitations of the hardwares, and it was magic. It was a magic period for gaming. I'm very much in love with that era.
And now we're kind of retro. We're going retro. Sorry, Al.
Yeah. No, that's all good. Yeah, no, we all love the pixel art, obviously. We're doing it. All right, so tell us about Rugpool Apes. Very rare. Very rare.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Let's say I know the crazy apes. It's not a man-made project. It's an ape-made project, you know. And I totally want to dissociate myself from this psychopathic creating the project, which is absolutely not me. Is very important. I am absolutely okay. My wallet is there. If you go to the collection, my wallet is there, but I don't really know how that's possible, because I'm not the one making it. It's some imposter claiming it's my wallet on the collection, but
Really?
no, I am totally not to be associated to this degenerate collection. I know the owner. It's a monkey actually. It's not absolutely not me doing this. I'm much better at doing art than this, of course. So yes, it's I know
So are
it's
you convinced that this is like your alter ego in some
He's
way,
moonlighting.
manner, and fashion? Or
mm, I am like the spokesperson for this monkey, you know, from this
okay,
insane monkey.
okay. I see how this
I'm
works.
doing business with them, but they are obviously raggers. They are scammers. They are stealing money from the wax community. So I dissociate myself from that. You know, I'm all about being legit and being fair to the collectors. And this collection, this terrible collection, is all about stealing money from people, scamming them with terrible artworks, rip off from ape collection. So I distanciate myself from this, but I know they are very well loved by the community. They managed to deceive and trick a lot of collectors into buying these 1 minute crafts. So yeah, it's a parody of the NFT world. The grammar on the website and on the info descriptions is very bad, I can tell you.
Yeah.
And
I
yeah,
thought that was on purpose.
I don't. Okay, maybe it's on purpose, but I think they are just some stupid apes that can't really speak English, and that's been a problem because hardly anyone understood anything. But I think that that's also good because people don't understand what the project is about. They just buy because they see this beautiful masterpiece. I mean, just look at that ape. Yeah,
It seems like they
probably.
can spell at least for the links. I mean, that's good, right?
But yeah, I mean, they released a couple PFPs from the NFTI Generator, and I know they're very proud about being one of the first, if not the first. I don't. I think there's been a few, but one of the first super animated 3D multi-layer PFP on the NFTI PFP generators, and so I think they've been able to scam a few people with that, and yeah, it was fun
All
to
right.
make. If I made it, I mean the people that made it, which is of
Oh,
course
oh, oh! I think you slipped up a little there.
that might get you censored from the algorithm, and that sort of stuff for the kinky digits, the ape sexy calendar made
I think we
by.
call that a Freudian slip, maybe.
Well, we don't
Sorry,
know who these people are. We don't know who they are. We never will.
it's a
We're just giving them
collective
a
of
little show
degenerates.
here.
The
We got
sexy
Pete here.
calendar, the sexy
I like
calendar
that
was
one.
actually made by Daga, which is a crazy artist on Wax, and he makes cool stuff. But I think he shines when he's collaborating with the Ray Rageps.
Yeah, I like that calendar. It's
And
pretty cool.
yeah, and every artist working with them has been reporting of mistreatments, being locked in
Oh,
a cage and underpaid and underfed as well. But that's how it is with these cruel apes. They're very bad and cruel.
Well, that's how you make the good money, right? By treating your artists like crap.
Of course, not paying the artist is the number one rule to make money.
with my history in artists and bringing them to NFTs, sometimes you just can't pay them enough. I'll be honest with you.
Now we
They
could
all
pay
eventually get
them. We just
disgruntled.
don't want to. We just don't want
Man,
to.
I have. It's all unchained. You'd be surprised that some of the people that came out, they're like, "You need to pay me more." I'm like, "What were you getting paid before this?" Oh yeah, nothing. So you're getting paid a lot now. You just made $35,000 and with for 2 months worth of work, and you're saying that's not enough for you, and you were making $0 before. Like, geez, you
Yeah,
get
but you
spoiled
guys
already
made a
here,
ton of
bro, aren't
money, so therefore we get to make a ton of money. I want a big cut of that shit, man. Come on.
you? I'm just like, dude, and I took a reasonable percentage. I'm not like the galleries, but I'm out here working. So, but to a point, I get it. But like artists too, they value themselves very high, very quickly, and I see that. That's okay. Do that, but not everybody's always going to see it. So I respect that. But at the same time, the paycheck won't always reflect it just because you think it. That's just the truth. And I love art, and I love artists. obviously.
Nah, they're just broken, degenerates, stoners. They
Not
don't
all of
deserve
them,
that.
but I would say
They should be
98%.
honored to make the right decision.
98% is like, yeah.
That's that's the rare rugged apes opinion, right? Not your opinion, right,
We rank
Peter?
Right.
our artists. We rank the artists, of course. We send them one banana NFTs sometimes.
No. You're the rare rug apes do that. You would never do that, right? Right?
Sorry?
You would never do that. Only the rare
No.
rug apes do that.
Of course, like in Pixtalgia, I pay my devs the fair share. We split everything fair. I would never. But yeah, those apes are really bad, man. They're really
Send them a
degenerates.
banana.
When they're lucky, they get an NFT banana. Yeah,
All right. Well,
sometimes.
we're getting pretty
Not all
close
the
here.
times.
We're getting pretty close to about 30 minutes. I want everybody to close with whatever words, say bye, last shills, whatever you want to put out there. Go ahead, Peter. It's on you.
Oh, we done already? We're saying
Yeah.
the not
I
even
try to
a
keep
race.
Wrap her up.
I try to keep it to 30 minutes, or else people are, they won't watch it.
Oh, that's smart. We're in the Instagram stories era, so that's smart. Maybe the
You got like
attention
15
span
seconds if you're lucky with people.
is very low. Yeah,
I'll try and edit it down to 20 minutes.
Yeah.
it's hard to get 5 seconds of attention from people, right? I don't know. Just thanks for listening to us, and I hope we thank you for inviting me, and hopefully we'll be back,
Oh yeah.
like Arnold said.
Yeah, for sure. Thanks for coming on, man. It's been a blast. Like it's been super funny. So we appreciate that.
Yeah, we want to set up
Comedy
some
and
community
entertainment
live
is great.
streams too. So we'll definitely have you back on for those. We just need to do more interviews
Yeah,
with more people in the community. We'll do a big thing. It's going to be fun, man.
we keep updated, man. We can think about some collaborations between our games and stuff. And
Dude, we are super down for that, for sure. Hit me
yeah,
up
we are now
in the
we are
DMs.
now we are releasing some new spaceships for Pixtalgia. We want to focus on the meme tokens, creator tokens, and small projects. We want to make more collaboration spaceships and stuff like that. And
Whoa.
also, Pixtalgia was now we got update all the game. Also, like 60% of the collaboration we had back in the game are people that are not anymore in Wax, so we need to update the collaborations, and there's a
Well,
lot of
spaceships sound like they could race. Maybe a Nifty
Yeah.
race, perhaps.
Yeah.
Maybe that might be a
Spaceship
thing
races?
in the future.
Yes.
Yeah.
or
Yeah, maybe we
horses
could-
in space.
Maybe we could design you some special backgrounds for the spaceships. You know, that kind
Yeah,
of thing.
I'm down.
That's
with
definitely
it.
the road that we're going down for sure.
Or maybe apes running on horses, riding
Yep.
horses.
Yep.
Yeah.
Not that you have anything to do with the apes,
No,
right?
no,
We'll
no,
have to
no,
get
no.
in contact with those guys.
I can
But,
give you their contact, of course, but no.
Little
I'm a
alpha
legit
here
creator.
that Mike just put out there is, if you haven't noticed already, we're going business to business model, because at the end of the day, this is a collection. This is also a community, but it's also a business. We have to run it that way for it to succeed long term. So one of our models is business to business, and that's collaborating with already collections that are there, have utility, have a community, and us delivering the tools, the games, a lot of these things that we're building, and integrating your collection into that. So a lot of that stuff's on the table, and that's the direction we're going into as well. It's not just Nifty Race and Dust. We're building that for sure. That's home base, but we're also going to be utilizing these tools for other collections as well. So
Yeah,
people don't know, just know.
Cross collection collaborations for me are the way to go. 100%. We love to do that all the time.
Yeah, like I would really like to see us provide utility for every unit NFT on the blockchain, essentially, and just be able to race them all. And so that's kind of where we're going with this. And we're starting small with our own little thing and get that working and get the community excited about that. And then we can expand into the larger picture, essentially.
Nice. I can't wait to see where it goes. I'm looking forward to the evolution of the project, man. I know you've been OGs since when? I know you've been in Wax for quite a long time.
I literally bought wax on Ethereum, and I stockpiled a bunch, and then I moved it over to the new Wax blockchain when we published that. So I've been here since day one, since not day one like Ethereum day one, but day one Wax blockchain day one too. And I have some of the earliest NFTs on the like OpenSpins platform. And Nifty Wizards and Dust have both been around since pretty much pre-GPK or post-GPK Series 1. So we are pretty long-term Wax supporters and users.
Nice. True OGs, guys. True OGs. Way more OGs than us.
Yeah, but you're working, so it doesn't matter. You know, it's not always a time thing. It's how much work you're putting in and being involved, right? So, well, look, I'm going to say bye. We're over 30 minutes, guys. Thank you for being here for episode 6, Nifty Race. We got some videos coming out bi-daily, every other day, something like that. I don't know. Just stay tuned. Follow us. We're going to have some links for everything Wax Italia down below. So like, subscribe, follow them on Twitter, X, whatever. Do the same for us. Like the YouTube, subscribe, hit that bell because you're going to get the notifications on all these. We're doing more interviews with more communities. Let us know in the comments which community we should do next. Let's get them up here.
Let's blow it up, boys. Let's blow it up, boys and girls. Hit it. Let's get this.
Let's get it. All right. See ya.
Thank you, guys. Bye-bye.